Hello, everybody, and welcome to BarkerModern.com. My name is Chad Barker. I'm going to take you on a little tour today of our finished in panels, and let's get started. The reason for finished in panels, the reason why we have them in the first place, is because the sides of the cabinets, without a finished in panel, are going to have construction holes showing. As you see right here as it's rendering, we have these little black holes. This represents basically the construction holes, so the scrolls that the holes that the screws go through to actually assemble the cabinets using the big, huge screws that we ship out with each one. Nice thing about that is that we have a plywood core material and really thick metal screws. So just like they built the Roman aqueducts, 2,000 years ago, they used sand and what they use? Like stone and then metal pegs. We're doing the same thing, but we're using wood and metal. No glue in our construction assembly, but we have the screw heads showing on the side of the cabinet, and it's also the wrong colors you see here. It's going to be the gray laminate interior. The face of the cabinets, of course, is going to be the textured laminate, so you can order it in any color you want, but that side is still going to be the gray. So how do we make the face and the end? The face and the end of the cabinet match? That's why we have the finished in panels. So let's get started there, and let's pull out a horizontal grained finished in panel. Looking at from the face view here, I'm going to just put this guy up at my elevation of 6, which is my standard for doing closet layout. Do elevation there of 6. I'm going to pull the guy so it's over on the edge of it. I'm also going to make it the same height just so you guys can see exactly what we're looking at. And we'll do a tall cabinet stack where I stack multiple cabinets on top of it. I'll show you how to do the end panel on that too. Should be fun. All right, now looking at the side of the cabinet, now that we have the finished in panel attached, we can now see that the horizontal grain from the finished in panel carries through onto the face of the cabinet. Now you might be looking at it and saying, why, if I order a cabinet at 17 inches deep, do I need a finished in panel that's 17 and 13/16? And the main reason for that is the fact that the cabinet case is itself 17 inches deep, but you have a door on the face of that cabinet. So if that door is, say, 3/4 of an inch with about an 16th of an inch gap behind it, because the hinges, they're going to be attached to the cabinet, and they got to hold the door a little bit out from the face. We make our finished in panels at 17 and 13/16, so they're more or less flush with the face of the cabinet. It gives it that nice flush look. A lot of other companies will just automatically make their finished in panels at, say, 17 inches, and then it drops back, and you have a little bit of a step there. I think this looks better. That's the reason we order these, or we've offered them at the 13/16 proud. Now, also couple this with adding some molding down to the bottom, which we would pull out to 13/16. We can wrap that whole thing around and really make a special flush looking closet application. I mean, it's just my favorite part about the whole line. Okay, let's take a look at the top view here. And again, I just want to kind of go over the look so you can get a better idea of how everything interconnects. And there you go. There you have it. You have the cabinet case, as you see right here, and then the face of the cabinet case. The door sticks out about 13/16 or so, and then the face of the finished in panel, it meets up with it. So you have this nice, clean, seamless look all the way back and around the corner, back to the wall. Okay, as I said before, let's take a look now at doing a stack. Let's just say we wanted to do 2 of these guys right on top of each other. Pretty cool. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this. I'm stacking 2 wall cabinets on top of each other. A lot of people look at that and say, well, hey, why don't you have like a single cabinet with like 2 sets of doors? It's like because we attach 2 of them together. Shipping out really tall panels is expensive, and our idea here is to make everything as much of value as possible for you. Obviously, shipping out really tall panels is a lot more difficult. So we make 2 cabinets that can be stacked on top of each other. That way you can put drawers down here, and then some doors up here, and maybe some flip-up door up top. You could be creative with it. It's your closet. Do it however you would like. All right. Now looking over here, as you see what I've done here, as I move this thing around endlessly, is I've taken 2 cabinets stacked on top of each other, and then I've had one single tall finished in panel. Now, the horizontal grain finished in panels, as you see right here, is nice because you have the horizontal grain there, and then it goes around to the front. Obviously, the edge banding is going to be it's going to be vertical because we can't get horizontal grain edge banding. But this is a really nice look. I installed this in a lot of my own personal applications, and it's my personal favorite. I like the horizontal grain. Now, vertical grain, there's nothing wrong with that. It's great. In fact, you can actually do more with it. You can actually take your vertical grain finished in panels and go above 80 inches. So for example, this one's fine right here, this finished in panel. It's currently at 72 inches tall to cover both sides of these cabinets. You can't go above 80 though on the horizontal in panels because the sheets we cut from, the max that they come at is 80 by 110. So the horizontal grain is just not available above 80. Imagine the grain runs the 110 parallel to the 110 dimension. Okay. But you can do two of these. So that's another option here. We have a two-piece tall finished in panel. So if you have, say, a stack of these guys, let's just make this guy up here, 12 inches tall. You got a whole bunch of different sets of doors, pretty much exactly how you want it. You know, whatever you come up with. And again, the shelves would be, don't disregard the fact that there's two shelves in there. There'd only be one or two, or nothing actually at that point. We automatically include more shelves as their cabinets get taller as well. We'd look at the finished in panel, if I can find it. That's our two-piece horizontal grain finished in panel. It's this guy right here. And I'm going to move them over so it's right on the side of the cabinet, and then we'll get a nice 3D view. Okay, let's take a look at it on the side, as you can see right here. Okay, so rendered this, and what we have now is our two-door cabinets up top. We have some two-door cabinet here, and then a two-door cabinet down below. This is actually kind of a cool application because you have a lot of access to it. But we have a finished-in panel, a tall finished-in panel here that's broken into two pieces. So the seam is going to be halfway up, so it's somewhere in there. You can't really. That's not it right here. As you're probably looking at that, but the seam is microscopic because we took two panels and we used dowels to keep them together on there. The seam is, especially with the grain there, it's not real noticeable. So I'd highly recommend using that product if you want to keep the horizontal grain, which is becoming more and more popular as time goes on. But you can also use vertical grain if you would like, and you could even mix and match and do your finishing panels with vertical grain and then do horizontal grain on the faces. There is no industry standard saying you have to do it one way or another. Be creative. It's your cabinets. You can do them however you wish. Other applications for a finished in panel can be used as a finished top. I wouldn't recommend using a lot of this stuff for like a workbench because the melamine will eventually scratch enough, and then it just, I mean, it's great material for the interior of a cabinet. But if you're going to be using to like hammer out, like like blacksmith work, then it's not. There's better options. Get a butcher block or something like that. I have seen people use it finished in panels turned on its side for countertops. I have seen them use it for other applications where they try to cover the bottom side of a cabinet. That's another option. Overall, it's just big sheets that have banding on them, edge banding, which is the face part right there. Excellent product. I hope you guys learned a lot there. Not too much else to talk about as far as that, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day, and if you have any questions, feel free to send us an email at info@barkermodern.com. My name is Chad Barker, and I hope you had a good day. Thank you.